Alright, so I finally figured out what was going on. The energy bars that Neil is using, you actually have to specify what the maximum amount is, and therefore can actually figure out the value between 0 and its max value to be able to figure out how much the bar needs to be up or down or whatever. So I did figure it out. I got it working, so we can see the energy. In fact, I'm going to deplete all of my energy for this run through. I'm going to get my health about halfway, just because lol. Plus, I also need to test a few other things. I'm going to do a ground smash. Oh, no, wait. Stamina, that's what I need. So I'm going to hold down on the run arrow for just a second and deplete some of my stamina. There we go. So now we have some stamina, half health, and most of my transformation bar is filled. So those are the same. I still need to specify the transformation bar. So that's fine. I guess we don't really need the transformation bar to do its thing. I'm like, as long as these are working, I'm happy. That's my main thing. So I can go ahead and get rid of some of these debug.log messages because we no longer need them because this shit be working. So we're going to the game manager. We're going to get rid of this first time. Save. That's still weird how I have to do it like that. I don't think I've ever had to do it like that before. Or maybe I have. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm old. Leave me alone. Okay, so what was I going to do? Oh, that's right. So I absolutely hate how when we go into a new scene, we lose our power-ups. And you know what? We are going to save that shit. Let's see. We don't actually need to do this right now, but it will be something that'll come up later on. So, public int dash power up. Let's see, what else do we want? Double jump hour. There we go. Come on, Jimmy. Power up. Ground pound power up. There we go. So we'll come down here to here. This is where double jump power up equals 1. Oh, we have a dash. Wait, did I do dash power up? I did do a dash power up. Awesome. Ground pound power up equals 1. 0 is false, 1 is true. I'll fix this here in just a second. This will actually work. We just need to create a trigger on the enemy. Say void, save game, save state, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. Player prefs dot set int. I'm actually just going to cheat because it's easier that way. Save. Dash power-up's easy to type. I'll type that one. No biggie. Player prefs dot set int. I have someone at my door. I'll be right back. The wifey was home. I had McDonald's. And I completely forgot what I was working on. Oh, yes. So we've done the ground pound power up and the double jump power up. So now we need the dash power up. And I'm going to just cheat with this. Control C, Control V, dash power up, Control C. We're going to paste that here. And we're going to say Control C, void load game. These dogs are assholes. And that will just be get int, Control C, V, V. So next thing we need to do is we need to set up the equal sign. Control C, Control V. Beautiful. Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V. And now we need to specify that we want it to save the game. So we'll say save game. And I'm just going to copy this one line all the way down because lol. Alright, so now we will never get this method group right here because we're not calling it anywhere. So up here at the start, because this does start every single time, we're going to say load game. And if you notice specifically, I'm only doing it after we have gotten these components. So I want to get the components, and then I'll get the values. And the reason why, because some of these may have stored components that we need to change. Say, in, I don't know, there's an area where we flip the gravity around. Well, for the rigid body, we no longer want it to be using a gravity scale of 1. We want to use a gravity scale of -1. So if we end up changing that, and say we need to save that variable, we'll still get this component first, and then we'll get that variable later. Whereas if we got this variable first, and then we change that gravity scale, it wouldn't be able to load in because it doesn't have the rigid body to be able to reference back to. So that's why it's important to make sure you put the load game on the bottom of this. So now if I get these 3, I should be able to go into the next scene and still have my power-ups, theoretically. Oh, come on, load. There we go. So we definitely have the power-ups. And we do not have the power-ups. Oh, the reason why we don't have the power-ups, because even though we're loading those values, these are just numbers. It's not actually saying that, hey, it's a 1, so now you have this for sure, for sure. So let's go ahead. I'm actually going to collapse this on trigger enter because it's kind of ridiculous. Change animation state. I'm also going to collapse the update because we do not need that. We just need to be able to go through the script fairly quickly. We should only have to edit those if we're actually working within them. So we're going to say if ground pound power up equals 1, has ground pound power up equals true. If then there was the, what else was there? If dash power up equals 1, has dash power up equals true. If, and then there's double jump power up equals 1, has DBL jump power up. That's what it was. True. One thing I do want to say is within my organization, one thing I do to make a lot of these easier, because it's kind of hard to tell the difference between, say, like this double jump power up. It's hard to tell if this is a bool or not. So one thing I'll often have everyone do in my organization, if it's a bool, we'll add a B underscore. If it is a float, we will add an F underscore. And this way we can easily see if it's a float we're calling, if it's a bool, if it's an int, whatever it may be that we are calling. Even for game objects, I'll usually type in go and then an underscore. This way we can just look at it real easily and tell, okay, this is a game object, this is a bool, this is whatever. So I just want to throw that out there real quick. But now that we're doing this, we're doing these number checks, this should work. So we should actually have dash now. And let's go ahead and hit play. So we have dash, and we have double jump, and we have ground smash. Die plant. Oh, die plant. Okay, so that is all working. That is awesome. So the plant will actually need a trigger, which I believe in Jason's scene, he was setting that up, or he had set that up. So that's going to be the end of this tutorial. Sorry it took so long. I'm off my rocker for some odd reason. But I shall see y'all next time.